So we all know how monopods can be a little bit annoying. You have those small latches at the bottom that kind of act similar to tripods, where you have to unlatch each little level, and that's what's going to allow you to get different height adjustments. Now, in the case of monopods, I've been especially reluctant because the entire reason I wanted one is to have speed. Now, with those latches, it's going to be a little bit tough, and most of the time, you're probably either going to drop something on top, like your camera rig or your camera itself, or you are going to be struggling and you're not going to get the shot because you're fiddling with the latches at the bottom. So what I found is something really cool that I actually found on Kickstarter to get it a little bit early, a little bit cheaper. And it's something that I really believe is going to be an awesome thing for many people, whether you're doing events, whether you're doing landscapes, or basically anything you can use a monopod for. So what we have here is the Coleman M1. Now, this one is going to be a little bit different than many of the other reviews you're going to see online because I got the base model, which means it comes with this at the bottom. This is the bowl head that they call it, and this is just more simple compared to a video fluid head, which is going to be something that is going to have like that big chunky, like smooth moving fluid head on the top. Now, just to give you a little bit of context, I went with the bowl head for a couple of reasons. One is because, I'm not gonna lie, it was the cheapest, but two is because you can go with whatever option for fluid head, and if you have one laying around or you can sub one in from another tripod, then you kind of have the pro version already. And not to mention, I had a different idea with this like rig that I'm making, which I'll show you in a second, which I think is going to be a very valuable addition for many. So let's break this down just a bit. So first off, up here, we have like this Arca Swiss mount over here, which is going to be a little bit more narrow than the fluid head, but it's going to still be plenty good for many rigs, many different things. Now over here, you can kind of see, which is the big reason, is this handle over here. This handle is what's going to give you the speed that is going to give you the option of going up high or down low very quickly. We got this over here, this little arm strap, which is, to my knowledge, not removable, but it still feels very premium. Like this buckle over here, if I'm not mistaken, it's metal. And then we also have like this like ripstop material, or like something that's not going to rip. Like you have to put a ton of force into it, and it still feels very premium, very fantastic. Now, where I was holding it, we have this rubber like material, silicone almost, and then we have some branding, which is the M1S Go. I mean, it's actually backwards for you, so looks like that. And then we have the feet at the bottom. That's the bottom. And then we have it, like I'll try to show you. Sorry, I'm doing this all one-handed, but yeah, you can see that's what it looks like from the top. So why I did what I did is because I'm going to show you the next part of why this is such a cool, awesome addition to like doing event videography. So I'm going to put down the mic for a second so you can get an idea of exactly why. Now, this is a work in progress because I'm still like transitioning over from what I previously had as my rig to what I'm trying to make it now. But this is essentially the camera cage I'm working with. Now, this one's for the Canon R8, just to give you context. And what I have here is the battery plate at the back. The reason this is so unique is that I took the Arca Swiss plate that was with the Coleman Go, and I put it on the bottom of the battery plate, which actually has an Arca mount in it. But I figured I'd use the one that came with the Coleman just to make it a little more secure, a little bit easier. But essentially, I'm going to do what I'm going to show you next, which is why this is going to be so cool. It's a little bit hard to do with one hand, but I figured this is the best way I could show you. So essentially, we have the rig on top here. As you can see, it's pretty secure. It might be a little bit more that changes this, but we have this here. And then, like I said, I'll actually raise it with the Coleman. So you can see if I just put my leg on, sorry, you can't see, but you'll see as it comes into frame. I'm putting my leg on the feet of the Coleman, and then I'm going to raise it up with the handle. You can see it probably coming into frame now. See? And then you just put the handle down to lock it, and it's pretty much eye level. Like, let's say make it higher, just so you can get an idea. You can see it's like right here, so you can see where my hand is. Yeah, so that's what it is. So why this is so cool is you can do this, you can pop it on. Like I said, hard to do with one hand. So you can see what it's like, just like how it is. And I'm going to pop it off with one hand. A little hard to do. See? Pops off. So let me also break down the rig a bit, just so you can get an idea why this is so versatile. And I'll probably do a full video on the actual rig, but just so you can get like a sneak peek of what that will be. It obviously has the rig and the handles, but then the battery plate is for the V-mount, and the bottom part is for the mounting. Up here is obviously to hold it and to put the monitor. And this is the one reason I actually am talking about it, is this big, like, you know, this big loop handle up here is essentially to put it on like a easy rig or something where it can clamp in, and you can easily put it in there, so it's very secure. So you can essentially go from an easy rig to a monopod setup very easy, very simply, which is why I love this so much. So I know I'm going off a little on a tangent, but I figured that it's the best way to show the monopod kind of work with something else as well. And I think it's something that will be very valuable to many, like I said. And also while you're here, let's see what a little bit of the packaging looks like, just so you can get an idea of how it looks when you actually get it. So when you get it, you're going to be getting it like this. It's quite a big box, like I said. You can't even fit in frame as easily. But yeah, so we essentially have the Coleman logo, or like the graphic up here. And then we have some stuff on the back. Let me just show you that. And this is just some basic, stuff that they say about the actual product. And there's nothing much around it. So you're getting a pretty clean looking packaging as well. It looks very professional and looks very good. So like I said, I ordered some Kickstarter, but I funded it with my own money. I was not influenced by anything except actually seeing what they're offering. I was not paid anything, but this is something that I've really believed in when I saw it, and I felt like was going to be a good option and a very budget-friendly option at that. So like I have said in many other videos, use your own opinion and figure out if it's the best for you. But I personally think, for my workflow at least, this is going to work really well. And it's something that I'm just trying to integrate really nicely with my rig, as you saw. And yeah, it's something well made. I'm pretty sure the Monopod's carbon fiber. Just check online. I'll maybe put on screen if I have the information. But I think you're getting a solid piece for what you're paying. And if you can get it for a good price, even better. So that being said, if you want to see more on this rig or like this setup in general, be sure to let me know in the comments down below or message me on my social media. And if you want to see another cool video, be sure to check out this one over here or check out the channel right over here. I really hope you enjoyed, got some value, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.